Hi, it's Kevin Labate, CEO of Chainfrog here, and today I'm not going to talk about blockchain, and I'm not going to talk about Multidasher, our open source project. Instead, I'm going to give a few helpful hints to junior developers about what differentiates them from senior developers. And what I'm talking about here is if you're coding up a software project or a little hobbyist software program, here are some tips to follow. And they're based on the fact that, for example, when you were at school, your teachers told you before you write an essay, plan the essay, make a list of what's going to go into it, and then reorganize it until you're happy with the structure, and then write your essay. And what did we all do as students? We ignored that and we just went ahead and started writing. And this was back in the days when I had to do stuff with handwriting, and then you got halfway through and realized that the total thing was junk and you had to start again, and you wasted a lot of time. So these tips apply unless you're working on a solo project and you have a lot more time to burn than you know what to do with. And I think very few people these days fall into that category. So, tip number one, put your code in a source control system, like GitHub. It's free, and it means that you can back off your changes. Tip number two, make small incremental changes, and this follows on to tip three, test those changes before you check them in. It's nothing more annoying than people checking in code and breaking the code base. Tip number four, don't make huge changes, work for days and days on end, and then check it all in one go. Tip number five, when you find an issue, or if you see something that you need to develop on, open an issue for it. Go into something like GitHub, where you're keeping your source control controlled, and open an issue, describe what it is that you're enhancing or what it is that you're fixing, then go and fix it, and when you fixed it, go back to the issue, explain what you did, and close it. This means that somebody else can go and see what it was that you actually did, because code is not self-documenting, no matter what you may believe, or even if you're coding in Python. The fact is that you may understand what's going on, but other people don't, and what's more, future you in half a year's time won't understand what's going on. Okay? And then the final tip is, you may immediately see a solution to the problem that you're facing, but don't just immediately start hacking up some code in order to implement it. Think about your solution, draw up a spec if at all possible. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be a latex paper of 5 pages, it can just be a paragraph or even a sentence. And then when you've described how you're going to solve it, take a little break, go and have a coffee, come back and see if the solution makes sense. So there you go, those are my tips from a senior engineer to a junior engineer, and if you adopt all these things, then you're going to be halfway to becoming a more advanced engineer. I hope that was useful to all you developers out there. Sorry to all of you who are in business development or marketing, to whom this made no sense whatsoever. And tune in next time for more stuff from me. Okay, bye for now.